Kia ora koutou katoa. My name is Susie and this is my scene.
Lap pip lap pip lap pip lap pip lap pip lap. Pip lap. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Susie's Scene. You're with me, Susie, and Pip Lap. He's going to help me out today with my June art supply haul video. I'm going to try and keep this nice and simple for you guys. I'm just going to go through everything that I bought in June and quickly test everything, and then that'll basically be it for today's video. So jumping straight into it, I've got these two Polychromos pencils. One is deep red and the other one is cobalt blue. I like these for sketching in. They're just a little bit easier for me to control in terms of how thick I press or how light. Ink pens, let's see, we've got a Kuretake ink pen number 7, a La Brush pen black, and a Copic multiliner number 1. I don't mind the Copic multiliner. It's very good for the fine details on some of my smaller drawings. Let's go in a bit here for you guys. There we go. It gets a little annoying using this sometimes though, because on certain types of paper, if you run the pen the other direction, like the opposite direction you're going, it makes this horrible squeaking sound that sounds like nails on a blackboard. But other than that, it's fine. Kuretake pen's really nice, and it came with a refill. This actually came out of my June Art Snacks box. So I've been using this a lot to do just some really basic ink work and a bit of practice with inking, so quite like that. The La Brush pen came in the sketch box, and it's very nice. Lovely big brush strokes for filling in big areas, so I really like it. I have a whole pile of new brushes because I've been going quite big on the gouache. I wanted to get some better quality brushes. So I've got a Spectra Gold brush because I already have some of these, but they're larger. So this is a number 1. Which is quite good for getting into the small fine details of my paintings. I also have some Jace Art brushes, which basically just sort of cheaper brushes, but still a decent quality to them. So there's 2 round ended brushes, a 1 and a 2, and then I've just got a flat short brush as well. And then I discovered the Princeton Select range of brushes. These are a little bit better quality than the Jace Art ones. I've got a flat, no I don't, I have a oval mop, a chisel blender, a liner, and this one was a spotter. So they hold the paint and the water really well and go quite a long distance. They're really lovely for that respect. In fact, I'll show you just quickly what the mop is like. So this is the oval mop. Takes a decent amount of water and paint and just looks really nice. Also, you can quickly see with a bit of water added there what is water soluble in terms of that ink and what isn't. So that there is the Kuretake pen, and the other 2 don't seem too affected, which was the brush pen down there and the Copic multiliner up there, so yeah, it's not too bad. And the green is like a bright lime green of some sort in gouache. Oops. Moving on, these 3 objects here also came out of my Art Snacks box. Got the General's Layout Extra Black pencil. It's a nice pencil, but I really don't use pencils that much, so it just kind of goes in the collection, but you never know, might use it for something. This is a Fabrillo brush pen. and a nice green. And this is a Spectra marker. This isn't a brand that you can get in New Zealand, so it's nice to have a different brand. Very similar to a Mapexi or a Copic marker, which is the other brands that I typically use. So I just got some straightforward ballpoint pens for maybe doing some coloured line art. Nice blue, pink, purple, and green. The green's a bit of a funny colour, but it's still alright. And those are just a Bazak brand. I've never actually used them. But they were like $2 shop type pens. They're real cheap and cheerful, but really good colours. These are by Bic, and they are Market, or it could actually just be Market permanent markers, and they are pastel colours. I went on a bit of a pastel colour binge, and all I wanted was pastel colours, basically. So you got purple, blue, pink, yellow, and green. Ooh. So I reckon I'll set myself some sort of like chibi colouring challenge where I just use the pastel markers. I also got these, and they are Sharpie neon markers, and they are supposed to glow under a black light. So I have ordered a small portable UV light torch to see just how well they do actually work as a neon marker. Again, same with the pastel colours. I'll probably set myself like a little challenge to use these in. And you've got green, blue, yellow, pink and orange, and of course they're very highlighter colours being neon. I've got some Americana glow-in-the-dark paint. I can't show it on camera glowing in the dark because my camera is not that good, but basically it's just glow-in-the-dark paint. You can have it like a thick blob like that if you really want to, but it's going to take forever to dry. Where is it? Here it is. So it's better to spread it out. You can spread it into a shape that you might want, like I was doing stars the other day. And then you let it dry, and it dries almost clear. Spat everywhere. Not completely clear, but just about. And then you get a really good glowing effect. And it's better to have it a little bit thick than it is to have it too thin, because if it's too thin, the paint soaks up into the paper and then it doesn't glow. I've got an FW pearlescent liquid acrylic paint, and it is a lovely green. Already learnt not to put too much down on the page, so just do one little drop up there, like so. Using my spotter brush, I'm just going to spread that out for you guys to see. Lovely little glitter paint going on there, really love the colour. It doesn't thin out too much, so that's very, very nice. And a little drop goes a long way as well. Other markers, I got a Copic sketch marker, and it is G17. I tend to gravitate towards the markers that have the brushed nib. I really like the brushed nib more than sort of the solid nib. I find it easier to work with. My Pixie markers. I tried to get a series of greys, but my local had very thin selection of these markers recently. So I was only able to get a toner grey number 5 and number 2. You know, completely opposite spectrum. And a cool grey number 6. wasn't quite what I was wanting, but that's okay. We work with what we've got. So that was the cool grey number 6. That one was the toner grey number 2, and this is toner grey number 5. We have another green in the Mapexi markers, and it is lawn green, L24. This is red violet. Now for orchid, it's very pink. Iris purple. That is super pink. And lilac. I think I have a different idea of what these colours are meant to look like to what they actually are. I think of, especially these three, the lilac, the orchid and the iris purple, those are very purpley colours in my head that I'm thinking of. Those aren't very purple at all, those are really pink. Okay, whatever. They're cool colours anyway, they'll be useful for something. What else have I got? I have these pan pastels. This set came from Sketchbox, and this set, zoom out. This is a set of 6 that I got from my local art shop. So I've got a phthalo green and turquoise in the 2-pack, and in the 6, the pastel colours, we've got violet tint, got ultramarine blue tint, permanent red tint, pansy yellow tint, and permanent green tint. That's the 6. And then there was the phthalo green and the turquoise from Sketchbox. I got sponges out of the set of 6. I did get some sponges with the 2-pack from Sketchbox, but I don't know where I put them. Now, a few videos back you can see a full illustration that I did using just the phthalo green and the turquoise, as well as a purple pastel from a different set of like chalk pastels, stick pastels. So there's some pretty nice colours, they mix really well. And the reason I got the 6-pack is because I really liked using the 2 that came from Sketchbox, and I thought that's a medium that I can see myself using much more, so I got myself some more. And now I didn't really want to get pastel colours, but the pastel colours were the only ones that my local art shop had, so they kind of tied in with this whole pastel kit that I'm going on at the moment as well. Totally unintentional. Unintentional. It was completely unintentional. So they're really nice pale colours. They'll be brilliant for some sort of illustration. Again, they're really smooth and clean to work with. They don't shed too much, and they just produce really lovely colours. And of course these things, sponges, are super easy to clean. You wipe them off on paper towel until you've got most of the pastel off. It'll never be properly clean again because the pastel does stain, but you won't get too much mixing so long as you give it a good clean off on some paper towel. Is that it? Yeah, so that is everything. That was my June art supply haul, all these lovely mediums and different colours and whatnot to try out. As I said, I have set myself some little challenges where I will use everything you see, well, try and use everything you see here for a A3 illustration, as well as use the neon Sharpies in their own illustration and the pastel markers in their own illustration. Kind of like mini challenges. Use 5 pastel colours or 5 neon colours, etc, etc, etc. So, as I tidy myself up here, stay in touch for another video. I'm going to be doing my July art supply haul video very soon, and that has a little bit more in it because I have bought some new products that have been released recently on the market here in New Zealand. And I'll go through those like I have today, just nice and quick, and show you all the pretty colours and everything. And then further on in August I shall have a more in-depth video of certain products and reviews and things like that. Hope you've enjoyed today's video with me and of course with Piplup. Piplup. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see everyone in the next video, which again will probably be another art haul video. Stay tuned. Bye everyone.